The road to Chinchizi in Kanungu district is bumpy and treacherous. The land is fertile and the people hard-working. However, poverty, unemployment and underemployment are rampant in Kanungu district. The district is plagued by high levels of poverty, absence of economic activities and opportunities, lethargy, high school dropout rates, alcoholism, idleness, gender violence which impact on the status of the girl child. To address the status of women and girl child, the Chinchizi Diocese with support from UNFPA initiated the Adolescent Advocacy Project. Low community awareness about reproductive health had resulted in high early marriages, teenage pregnancies and high school dropout rates as well as STIs and HIV/AIDS infections.
Culturally here, women and children were regarded as second class. And when I became a bishop, I said that I should also make sure that children and women are also integrated into the process of development in the diocese.
wazanga bange bazikukwate bazitunga baninga bakwe bindi nk'ebijwaro yero wajyanga nabwe iyo bakubugana no kutera bakutere babikubuze kandi gwampora watina urotitekatese no kujya kuburi nojo mu class bono barahano barengarenga hata cyo kushaba bijaki bikuteganisa umutima gwana gozo mu bara abojo no shangana bajaza kushisha na kabaja bashama babase kunanka kwa friendship with you wayanga bajaza kushisha bakuteka mu bici bakushisha ba teachers nanga nabandi bana for yourself.
And your father do not know that you are going to be my wife.
Girls are forced to get married even if they don't want to get married, but the parents would like to get married. That's why we have to come in and say, no, this is not. For example, in our Diocese Synod, we passed a resolution, a bylaw, that someone who is not 18 years of age should not get married in the church. We cannot wed. No reverend, no pastor in the Anglican Church in the Diocese of Chinchizi can wed someone who is not 18 years of age.
Abishiki batashogwa batali bato kandi bahikayo amakaga kabalemo bahika no kuzara bakalemwa kuzara n'amagufa gacari gatakagunisha.
So we planned workshops for teachers. We planned workshops for head teachers and counseling and guidance skills. We also planned workshops for our pastors to equip them with the knowledge so that they are able to help these adolescents.
The involvement of the youth in advocacy has been extremely effective. The project activities have included popular community theatre performances in schools and public arena. The folk media approach has proved popular and effective.
We have also created theatre groups, and because we have given them the knowledge and the skills, and these young people may not have a platform to, you know, on an individual basis to stand up and address their communities or groups of people or in churches. They may not have an opportunity to do that.
As we grow old boys and girls, we meet challenges in life.
Because of the culture here, people love music. They like to dance. People will definitely come as if they are coming to be entertained, but they will receive the message.
The themes covered in the theatre advocacy activities have included the education of the girl child, dangers of early marriages, unwanted pregnancies, and high school dropout rates, as well as STI and HIV/AIDS infections.
With This method that we actually employed of using music, dance and drama has been found to be actually the most effective way of communicating our message.
Do you know what? I have loved you. Do you know a phone? A sim. Wazakumpa emitwalisha tunetanga. Ito utu nikuru. Noje ito tujaba koko. Ito kutubaga twalikozile aba omuntu bamukoleraga obushi. Omutwaro gumu. Kale gumu.
They come together, put their message in songs, put their message in plays, put their message in poems, and then there they have an opportunity to pass the message across.
After my S4, in my vacation, I became pregnant. The boy was deceiving me with some little money. That's the problem which made me pregnant.
We tell the people that whenever a girl finds herself in a problem of, let's say, pregnant, she has been pregnanted and she's at school, we teach her, the parents, not to harass the girl. We call that as an accident. So the girls have been left alone. They produce their children. After producing, they go back to school.
For them, they don't discriminate me, but for me, within me, I feel ashamed.
In support of the girl child education, the diocese has established a school exclusively for girls.
We didn't stop there. We thought of creating youth centers. And these youth centers have become a very important tool in sensitizing the youth and in bringing them together to talk, debate about their problems.
Mushrooming radio FM stations in Uganda has proved an invaluable dissemination medium for reproductive health messages in Chinchizi.
We have found people very interested in this program because first of all they hear the very youth talking. Again, we use music still on this radio. We use drama on the same radio. People want to listen to this even on the radio. And our radio covers almost the whole of Kanungu district and parts of West Ankole and parts of Kabale.
The Bible doesn't say, thou shalt commit adultery with a condom.
Except for a decade or so when the kingdoms were banished by the former President Milton Obote, traditional institutions in Uganda have always played a critical role in social, cultural organization and transformation, as well as spiritual and grassroots development. They are the epicenter of indigenous knowledge, cultural discourse, mediation and dissemination, and economic progress.
We in Uganda here are blessed in the sense that since time immemorial we have had organized structures of administration. There have always been leaders, and there has always been that close relationship between the leaders and the led. That's why even during the colonial times Uganda was not colonized, it was a protectorate.
The kingdom's infrastructure is based on the complex clan system, which is the basis and rationale for the decentralized grassroots democratization process in keeping with the Ugandan political vision.
The kingdom is structured in such a way that you have got on the administrative side the office of the Omhikirwa, who is the Prime Minister and the head of the Council of Ministers. Below him and the Council of Ministers are the county chiefs. Below the county chiefs, you have got the sub-county chiefs, the county chiefs, sub-county chiefs, parish chiefs, up to the household. And we take the head of the household to be the boss at that level. So that link flows very well in terms of any messages that you want to pass on.
If there is a program that has come and it is about health and it is being supported by the king, it is automatic that everyone will join.
The Toro Kingdom holds an annual conference where critical social issues are discussed and action plans adopted on behalf of the kingdom and the king. The conferences are attended by all leading Toro personalities, including government ministers, kingdom officials, and church leaders and institutions including NGOs and others. The HIV/AIDS pandemic as well as the rights of the girl child have featured prominently in the recent conferences.
Uganda and Kabarole in particular is not a place with a lot of industries or employment opportunities. This is partly explained by the instability which has been in the country. Social changes have dealt a very big blow on our traditional setup. We have universal primary education, which is paid for by the government, and at least 4 children per family. But the highest level of dropout is at secondary school level. If there is somebody who happens to have some money to support her, then she becomes vulnerable. And if that person is among those infected, among the victims of HIV/AIDS, then definitely this innocent girl can't survive.
We had doctors, engineers, and all those. We had good educated people in Toro, but I would like to tell you that their houses are just, they have died.
HIV/AIDS has been one of the major problems here in Toro. And we are trying as level best as well to make sure that we address the concerns of the youth as far as HIV is concerned.
The youth are a major partner in the advocacy program, especially through music, dance, and drama.
It affects families in such a way that even those who have just graduated from Makerere, who would take up the country forward and over, die. And the offspring they have just started would die because of the scars.
The girl was left out so much for a long time, but now it is reduced that at least we are having more girls in school.
Our facilities are not, we are now using the word, they are not youth friendly.
We have people informed, but what happens that if we tell them go for voluntary counseling and testing, they will tell you, I'm coming from Kamwenge. How am I going to access the VCT service in Kamwenge when I'm traveling, I'm spending 8,000? So the whole thing still rotates on the services.
The road from Toro to Hoima, the capital of the Bunyoro-Kitara Kingdom, winds through the once thick Chivale forest. Today, due to a resettlement project in which inhabitants from further southwest have been brought in, the forest has experienced wanton destruction and deforestation because of tree felling and charcoal burning. This destruction is not dissimilar from the plunder the Bunyoro-Kitara Kingdom was subjected to by the British for resisting the colonial occupation at the turn of the century. King Kawalega, the grandfather of the current king, was shot, detained and exiled for leading the resistance war against the British. He died in Busoga Kingdom upon release. During his absence, the kingdom was looted by both the British and the local colonial administrators. It is only recently that the kingdom has started reclaiming its royal instruments and artifacts, some from as far away as Britain.
$2.5 million people. But after colonialism, during the census of 1900, we found that the kingdom had only less than 100,000 people, all perished in colonial wars. And since that time, the population did not grow. And in fact, there was a time when there was more death rate of young children than those who were born.
As far as we are concerned as the Banyoro, we still demand that these historical injustices should be corrected.
Up to date, actually, south of the Sahara, this kingdom has got the highest mortality rate.
Malnutrition was compounded by syphilis. The Nubian soldiers who were introduced in the kingdom brought with them syphilis.
The fishing communities actually, they take life kind of easily, as it were, because of the way they make their money. They just go in and fish, get their money, and they are free to spend it. When a king is being crowned, he swears or he takes an oath that he will accommodate whoever comes running to him. So whoever comes to Bunyoro is welcome.
Through the Sada chiefs and the clans, advocacy programs in the kingdom have gone all the way to the grassroots. Focus groups have become a melting pot for information flow throughout the community.
The work of the country is also to give some advice to their girls.
The program advocates for positive living by young people and the promotion of the rights of the girl child.
So you find that all those things are dying away because you find that from what with the time of
what we have been doing, like our people discouraging them from marrying young children, young girls.
Another culture which we have tried to fight hard is that one where the parents marry off their daughters, either to please their friends or just to get a bit of money, in the form of dowries. That is also another challenge.
The king has encouraged the discarding of negative cultural practices and the enhancement of the positive ones.
Nabagambira abana baisiki basome bareke kuswera abakyali bato.
People respect the Omkama, the cultural leaders. They are respected all over Uganda. Now, when the Omkama is talking to the people, they take it serious.
Uganda has for centuries had close trading and religious links with the Islamic world. After Christianity, Islam is the leading faith in Uganda. This poses specific challenges to programming work, especially when dealing with the sensitive issues like sexual and reproductive health. The Uganda Muslim Supreme Council initiated a culturally sensitive intervention specifically addressing the Muslims.
The Muslim leadership in this country is very well structured. We have at the headquarters the Mufti of Uganda, who is the spiritual leader of all Muslims in the country. And then at districts, we have what we call district Qadis, who are the leaders of the Muslim community at districts. And down at the grassroots, we have what we call Juma Mosque Imams. And these are the leaders of Muslim community at Juma Mosque. So we came in to use these structures to approach the Muslims at all levels.
The Iganga Muslim Medical Center is one example of a targeted health intervention focusing specifically on the Muslims. The center offers all maternal child health facilities and provides family planning services to Muslims and other women.
There's a lot of stigmatization about certain specific population issues, especially concerning family planning and contraceptives. Many Muslims thought these were against their faith and therefore could not go in for them.
The Muslim community, they have the approach of praying 5 times a day. Actually, when you look at the way they pray, the youth doesn't have time to do any other thing if this youth is going to pray 5 times a day.
Qur'ani etulagira omukyalo omusiraamu alina okwonsa omwana we emyaka 2. Kiba kibi omuntu okubanga yakamala mwaka mulala yabakabi yafuna omwana owokubiri. Oba tumazeeyo ensomesa ya Qur'ani era n'ekintu kyaida kyaboneka nti ensomesa ya Qur'ani, family planning ya Qur'ani yali tumala bulungi singa abasiraamu tuligira.
We see again the UNFPA through the Uganda Muslim Women Cancer Population Program coming forward to train health providers, management committees, the community at large. And one time we were taken to be trained as peer educators, including the youth leaders in our catchment population.
Other such health centers have been established in Iganga, Hoima and Mityana, where there are a large concentration of Muslims.
Our place is a bit quiet.
Okay.
Come one by one, and especially this rainy season.
Okay.
Then the garden, they come in the afternoon.
We do maternity, antenatal, immunizations, curative, and family planning. In addition to that, we do health education, and we go for outreach. There was a need because as we started this in the Mungeni Mwete, at first we had a few mothers who were coming for antenatal and deliveries. But so far now, it is our achievement. So we have only one room where with 2 beds. It is not enough for mothers. So we want that maternity to be as a maternity ward.
Yeah, one of the major problems in Islam is that if you have to approach women, then the men must accept. The religion is such that men and women are not usually mixed in whatever form of fora. So if you have to target the community, you must target the women specifically. Otherwise, if you target the community as a whole, you always leave out the women.
Ekitongole kino nga kyakaida ife nga abaaliwo mu biseera ebyo twali tulowooza nti kiyinza okwawukana ku n'amateeka ag'ekitabo kyaffe kitukuvu Al-Qur'anul Karim. Aye twaje kweyagaana oluvannyuma lw'okulwawo ino nga tukubagana ebirowoozo ng'ekitongole kino kiyamba ku ino okuyiza obuyaaka amateeka gaife ag'ekitabo kitukuvu Al-Qur'anul Karim.
Uganda has made great strides in addressing adolescent sexual and reproductive health issues, but there is still more to be done. Culturally sensitive partnerships will continue to play a major role in the transformation of the society. The future of Africa lies in the youth and especially the girl child. We can make a difference if we all play our part.
Iwe mwana wanje mulisa eya kotine mano biresi we mulisa namwenu nabani nzira nzeya oshinoye kwa serhango mugahanga sirimu yatumara oya yanga jona kanya wakora bojo mubulizi gambe bya Yesu yatumazire ngale tinde nangazi sirimu yatumara yanga jona ulenduru arara ulenduru mnyaganda ulenduru yasirimu ulenduru arara ulenduru mnyaganda ulenduru yasirimu